lurking beneath the surface? Imagine something just out of sight. Well, get ready, because on Iranian Things, we dive deep into those legends, those stories that play on that very feeling.
I like where this is going.
Welcome back, by the way, to Iranian Things, episode 47. I'm Q Mars,
And I'm Tan Naz.
and we're here to unearth those really cool but often overlooked aspects of Iranian culture and history.
Lately, we've been on this cryptozoology quest.
That's right, exploring all those mythical creatures from Iranian lore.
And today, we're plunging headfirst into the Persian Gulf.
There's a creature in these waters, the Busalameh, as psychologically fascinating as it is terrifying. Ready to dive in?
I'm all ears. What exactly is this Busalameh? Like a giant sea monster or some kind of vengeful spirit?
To think of it as a blend of both, shrouded in this alluring mystery. The descriptions we found are pretty vague.
Oh, that makes it even more eerie.
Exactly. Imagine a creature half fish, half something truly unnerving. It's difficult to even picture.
So it's not just another sea serpent or a kraken.
Oh no. This one runs deeper. The Busalameh, it's said to have this strange power, an ability to lure even the most experienced fishermen out to sea.
Oh, wow.
And some stories even whisper about it, snatching children right from the shore. Chilling, right?
Those are the kinds of stories that tap into our deepest fears, aren't they? The vastness of the ocean, the dark depths. It makes you shiver just thinking about it.
You're spot on.
Eh.
But here's where things get even more interesting. According to those seasoned sailors of Bushehr, the Busalameh doesn't just idly exist in the water. It actively targets ships at night.
Okay, now we're talking spooky. What happens? Tell me more.
So picture this.
Yeah.
You're a sailor on a ship. It's a moonless night, pitch black. Suddenly you see a figure tumble overboard. What's your first instinct?
To jump in and save them, of course.
Right. You dive in thinking it's one of your crewmates.
It's not a crewmate at all. It's the Busalameh luring you to your death.
Exactly. The stories say it uses this deception, mimicking the cries for help to draw sailors into the water. And once it has you...
Game over.
Well, let's just say the stories don't paint a pretty picture for those who encounter the Busalameh.
It's like something straight out of a horror movie. But I'm starting to see why you called it psychologically intriguing. There's more to it than just a scary monster story, right?
You're getting it. It's easy to brush off these tales as mere superstition. But when you dig a little deeper, you see the Busalameh myth reveals something truly fascinating about us, but the human mind, especially when pushed to its limits.
You know, you're right. Think about the life of a sailor back then, centuries ago, months at sea, far away from family, the harsh conditions, the constant danger. I mean, that kind of isolation and stress could really mess with anyone's mental state.
Absolutely. Some scholars suggest the Busalameh might be a manifestation of those psychological pressures, like hallucinations brought on by pure exhaustion, fear, or maybe even something like what we now call sleep deprivation.
That makes a lot of sense. So maybe the Busalameh isn't really a literal sea monster, but more a symbol of the very real dangers that sailors faced, both from the ocean itself and from the mental and emotional strain of their work.
It's like the ocean, and all the fear that comes with it are taking on a physical form, a monster, in the minds of these sailors.
It's so fascinating. And the Busalameh myth isn't just an Iranian thing. So many cultures have their own versions of sea monsters that prey on those fears.
You're absolutely right. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Did these stories serve a purpose beyond entertainment? Maybe they were a way for sailors to process their anxieties, their fears, or even to warn each other about the very real dangers of the sea.
It makes you think. Even the most fantastical creatures often come from real human experiences, those shared fears and anxieties.
So the big question remains, is the Busalameh real? Is it a creature of flesh and blood, or a phantom born from the darker side of the human psyche?
Maybe it's a bit of both. A reminder that the line between reality and perception can get pretty blurry sometimes, especially out there on the open ocean.
What do you think? Let us know your theories in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of Iranian folklore, make sure you subscribe to Iranian Things. We've got a whole ocean of myths and legends waiting to be explored.
Until next time.
Khoda Hafiz.
Kodaha.